A professor of the University of Nairobi who was thrust into the limelight when he joined voices clamoring for reforms in the 2010 constitution. Professor Kivutha Kibwana not only convened the National Convention Executive Council, but a key face in the Ufangamano initiative. He is to this end touted as one of the fathers of civil society alongside former Chief Justice Willy Mutunga. In the run-up to the 1992 general election, Kivutha was touted as a possible compromised presidential candidate. He, among others, fought for an advanced role for wananchi in the constitution in the country's development through public participation, something that has seen him celebrated for among his peers. This would see the people of Makueni reward him with the leadership of the county. The former advisor to President Kibaki, who served as a Minister for Defence, Land and Environment, and was at one point a minister serving 2 dockets for 16 months, now says he is eyeing for the top seat, the presidency.
I am really ready for this assignment. We have been told that governors are supposed to resign 6 months in advance. Of course, that will be a hard thing for the people of Makueni, but we'll negotiate with them. I'll tell them that we are going for the, for a seat which will help the whole of Kenya. I think if Kenyans give me this opportunity, I would do very well. And when I say I would even do better than Kibaki, my mentor, my friend, a fine gentleman, this is because as a student, you must do better than your teacher. And I'm sure Kibaki would feel nice if he saw that I was doing as much as he did, if possible, slightly better. So a Kibwana presidency will make a major difference in this country. And of course, you have to make sure that your government is not collapsed because you don't have the requisite parliamentary people.
Touted as Deputy President William Ruto's running mate, Kibwana says he's in talks with potential presidential candidates for the sake of the country's unity.
I will not be limited in that way. Yes, first I went to church because my bishop was being consecrated, and I cannot say I will not, go to church because, I've heard that some other person will be there. And of course, even when I become a president, I am not daft. I know that in Parliament and in Parliament, in both Senate and the National Assembly, you'll need majorities to rule. And at that time, you'll have post-election coalitions, unless you want to go home after you've been elected. That is also a reality, and that's what we have seen. Because I said in church that nobody's rights should be compromised. The freedom of worship should be respected. I was just talking constitutional talk.
On the fate of the people of the vote-rich Ukambani region, with its main leaders being Wiper's Kalonzo Musyoka, who has for years been the region's kingpin, Alfred Mutua, the Machakos County Governor, and Kitui Governor Charity Ngilu, with all apart from Ngilu having declared their interest in the presidency come 2022, a move feared that would divide the people of Ukambani. Kibwana had this to say.
They will look at our development record, at our credibility, our longevity in politics and what we have done. The Mount Kenya elders have gone to Bondo. So they are in the process of making their choice clearer and clearer. So I would imagine, if I was Kalonzo, I would look at that signal. And I can assure you, if we have another interview by June next year, we shall confirm that the people of Lower Eastern have said that we want to be with the rest of the Kenyans, and the Kibwana will take us to Kenya, and Kalonzo, etc., will not.
Kibwana, whose first term in 2013 was nearly terminated prematurely by what he termed as rogue members of the county assembly, cites this as one of the challenges he has faced over his 2-term leadership.
They had called a meeting of all leaders, and so I went because I'm the governor, I am a leader. And they said, "You are not allowed, you are not supposed to be here." I said, "But you invited everybody in the media." So because they didn't want me to come there, they shot at us. And that's one day when I would have died. But because I didn't believe anybody, I thought it's the police shooting up. So later, I realized we were being shot at because my chief of staff was shot at, one of my security guards was shot at, the security detail was shot at, and I was in the middle. So when I now reflected later, the meaning of that, the extent to which people can hate you just because you're saying people's funds, resources must be protected, then I said, God, it's only you who has saved me.
The second-term governor prides himself in implementing free universal healthcare for Makueni people, especially the elderly, as well as launching a fruit processing plant in a bid to promote farmers and agriculture in the semi-arid county, among other initiatives.
And that plant began by producing puree. You know, we sell it in our country. We also sell it in abroad, like in South Sudan. With the help of European Union, we now decided to make a juice component of that plant, and we are in the process of completing that so that we can make our own juice and we can sell it. We are also doing green grams processing. We are doing a place called Makindu. We are doing a chicken abattoir. This is done by women. We are also helping some cooperative of, again, women to do honey production, and also some other young people who are into honey production. There is a place where we are doing some milling, but of millets, so that they can be used in ECDs, they can be used for purposes of like people unwell. We also now are in the process of creating a center for people with disability so that they can be able to learn skills, so that it's like a special county technical training institute, so that they can, you know, learn special skills and begin a counseling sub-department, so that people suffering from mental health, we want to say that it's just a disease like another. They should come to, you know, to the counsellors. We have counsellors in every sub-county. We have 6 sub-counties. We have something called NARIG in 20 wards to do agriculture, and that's empowering community interest groups to do that, including young people working with the World Food Program. We are also doing irrigation programs, again working with the World Bank.
The former Member of Parliament for Makueni constituency further credits devolution for the transformation in Wananchi's economy levels.
Lobbied a bit of some tarmac road, particularly in Kaiti, in Kilome, one from Kibwezi to Kitui, and going on. But I wish there was a better mechanism for that 85%, so that we can say how do we benefit from that, and if it will increase to a higher percentage.
With regards to these development records, this is what the Makueni residents had to say.
Enyewe has tried, especially on the issue of the youth. It's been so consistent as far as the youths are concerned, especially on the issue of the tenders, access to the government procurement. Ever since he came, he has been consistently advocating about us and the youth to get jobs.
Amepewa watoto basari, amechimba visima, na ninampongeza sana. Tena amelete Makueni County huku kwetu.
Sio mbaya sana, lakini za zingine project zake azifanyi. Kama project imefanywa kutoka 2015, 2016, ikifanya kazi 1 year, wenye hapo next year hakuna maji. Unashangaa hii maji inatoka kama muzizi hivi.
Kibwana, a constitutional lawyer, has for years fought for transparency and accountability in governance, something that has seen him ensure that tenders in the county are announced publicly.
The money does not belong to me. The money does not belong to the public servants here. The money belongs to our citizens, about 1 million of us. The information about anything that we do about tendering is in the public domain.
For Governor's Scorecard, I am Angela Cheror.